love the music. Welcome back to 2000 Miss USA pageant right here on CBS. We are in the middle of our press test as the 5 remaining delegates face the reporters. We'll continue the round with the delegate from Michigan. Good luck.
Michigan.
All right, reporter number 6.
You can say some essential phrases in Danish. Share one of your favorites with us and tell us what it means.
Jeg kan ikke snakke dansk. That's a phrase I used a lot when I was in Denmark. It was very important because anytime someone spoke to me, I said, jeg kan ikke snakke dansk. I cannot speak Danish. Reporter number 7.
Here,
you play a mean game of Scrabble with your mom. What's your best Scrabble word?
My best Scrabble word is magazine. You get a lot of points for that one. Number 5.
Here,
when you're the editor of a woman's magazine, who would be on the cover of your first issue?
Probably one of the friends I've made during my time here. Miss Oregon was my roommate, and I love her, so I'd put her on the cover. Number 8.
Have a question here. What's sexier on a woman, confidence or control top pantyhose?
Confidence is the number 1 thing a woman needs to carry herself. Reporter number 6.
Thank you very much. That's all the time. Nice work, Michigan. Stand right there. Next up, facing the press, Alabama.
Reporter number 2, please.
You once jumped from a 120-foot cliff. Why?
It was a dare, and I was brave, and I did it.
Alabama, question for you.
Number 4, please.
As a volunteer at a wildlife refuge, which of these should join the endangered species list? Stiletto heels, G-strings, or bikini waxes?
Bikini waxing, definitely.
Alabama, question
number 3, please.
Who would you date? A guy who's just good enough to be bad, or just bad enough to be good?
Just bad enough to be good.
Alabama, question please.
Number 1, please.
If you were covering the scoop of this year's pageant, what would be the lead story?
200.
Question
number 2,
please.
please.
A $2 million contract is yours if you leave the competition right now. Would you?
Oh, yes. Definitely.
Thank you. Got a good job right there. All right. Nice work, Alabama. You know how to handle them. Stand right there. All right, go get him, Tennessee.
Number 6.
As a substitute teacher, what's the first thing you tell kids when they arrive in your class?
That I may be young, but I'm just as tough as their older teachers. Number 7.
To overcome your fear of snakes, you once held an 11-foot python. What were you thinking?
Well, it was for a good cause, so I thought, why not? And let me tell you, it was an albino, and I turned as white as the snake. Number 8.
Wall climbing at the Rock Gym has you hooked. Would you rather rock climb or meet Chris Rock?
Ooh, that's kind of tough. I might take Chris Rock with me rock climbing. Number 5.
You have a question.
You want to be a child advocate attorney. What would you say to the young boy from Cuba whose fate is still undecided?
Well, it's a very tough decision, and luckily I'm not the judge, but I think the family should stay together. Number 6.
I have a question here, please.
If you could have given the Tennessee Titans a piece of advice last weekend, what would it have been?
I wish your arm was longer. Number 7.
All right, that's all the time we have. Tennessee, thank you. Right there. Come on, Georgia.
Number 2.
Dialects are your specialty. In your best British accent, tell us how you're feeling right now.
Oh, darling, I feel absolutely ravishing. Reporter number 3.
What's your worst fashion emergency?
Oh, gosh, when you get the run in the pantyhose. Crazy.
Question, Georgia, please.
Number 4.
You're into kickboxing. Show us how you would take it out on someone if you lose tonight.
Well, you know what? If I lose tonight, it just wasn't God's will. Reporter number 1.
Georgia, please.
As a professional model, if someone offered you $1 million to pose nude, would you do it?
No way, ever.
Good. Question,
Reporter number 2.
Travel is a passion. What's the single most helpful invention for traveling?
Oh, a big suitcase. Reporter number 3.
You had your own modeling agency and recently sold it. What was the best and worst part of being the boss?
Oh, wow. The best part was being able to change people's lives for the best that they could be, and the worst part was having to give it up.
Thank you very much, Georgia. No nudes, huh? Too bad. All right, last up, New York.
New York, have a question here, please.
Reporter number 6.
You call yourself a technology geek. Why?
Well, because I am a geek. It takes me twice as long to debug than it does to actually program it. Reporter number 5.
A new study shows that workers prefer female bosses to male. Why do women make better managers?
Well, because women not only know how to manage their home, but they understand crisis because they can take care of their kids. Reporter number 7.
What's sexier on a guy, a tuxedo or something pierced?
I'd go for the tuxedo. I'm not into piercing. Reporter number 8.
If you could spend the day with Bill Gates or the Backstreet Boys, who would you choose?
Bill Gates, come on. Reporter number 5.
What would you name a website that describes your pageant experience?
www.divas.com. Reporter number 6.
If you could get an email from anyone, who would it be and why?
I'd want to get an email from my friend in Hawaii. I haven't seen her for 5 years. I guess reporter number 7.
All right, come on. Diva, right there. Thank you. Nice work, New York. While you are tallying up your scores at home, let's go ahead and check in with Julie and Allie, see how they're doing. What's up, ladies?
Wow.
We're doing good.
We're doing great. I wish his arm were longer, too. I bet a lot of people in the country are thinking that.
Alabama wanted to leave for the money. I don't blame her.
What's that?
I don't know. We don't leave for the money.
Okay, I'm out of here.
Okay, now you know what? I think the girls at this point should really show their personalities as much as possible because they only have such a short amount of time to make a good impression.
They have to make. Oh, look, Tennessee, they loved her.
She was great. Arm was longer. You were right.
That's right.
It worked.
She's kicking some booty. I tell you
New
what.
Hampshire, who I didn't think was that strong, right behind her.
Well, the judges always have a different opinion than us sometimes, but that's the way it goes.
We're usually right.